Okay, we're inside MatrixGold. We're going to go ahead and get started here. But first, if you like the video, you find it interesting or useful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would really appreciate that. So let's get going. First thing, of course, we're going to get a ring rail, and we'll just make it a size 7, and we'll keep that. And then right away, I'm just going to go ahead and get a gem and throw it up there, just so we have reference. Actually, I'll use the gem on ring rail curve. Okay, so we've got this. It puts it up there about there. We'll just go ahead and keep that, but I'm going to change it to a cushion cut. You can have whatever stone you want, and later you could change it to whatever stone you need. So we'll take that, and then right away we'll go ahead and put gem offset curve on it and hit enter. So we'll go ahead and hide our gem. Next thing I'll do is go to my top view here, go to curves, get a arc direction curve, and I want it approximately, change it to yellow, approximately around 3 millimeters in width. So we'll start around here and go to about here and give it a little arc, something like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my view to perspective. I'm going to select that curve, duplicate it from the midpoint and slap it to that midpoint, and then hit enter, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete the original. From here, what I'm going to do is select this curve. I'm going to offset him about 2.5 millimeters or so, and then I'm going to select a curve and draw it from that quad to the midpoint there, select that and split him with this. Alright, and then take that and just delete it, and take that offside there and delete it. And now we got a lot of lines to draw. So first line will be from our quad here, holding down shift, going back, and then our quad here, holding down shift, going back, and then our quad from here, holding down, going to right view, we'll go to front view, holding down shift, select there. I didn't want it to snap to my rail, that's why I went to the front view. And I'll take that and we'll go to the front view again, and holding down shift, select that, go back to perspective, and I'll start another curve, but I'll go from F4 back, holding down shift this way, and I'll take this curve and select this, and we'll put him at a -5 and hit enter. And then we'll go ahead and get another curve, select it here, go to the front view, holding down shift here, and then we'll need another one going this way. Now you can make this parametric where everything will update, but this video I'm not going to do that. It's a little bit different process, but we'll get there. Now here, if you saw my pave bezel ring, it's kind of the same thing we're going to do. We're going to, or pave bezel video, I should say. To select that curve, we're going to split it with this one and hit enter, and then we're going to take this outside and just delete it. Okay, so we have all our curves out there. Now we're going to be doing a lot of arc direction, or blend curves rather. So we'll take this curve here and blend it with this one down here, and right away we'll go to the right perspective or right view, and we'll select that. I'm just going to delete this one, and we'll drag it out a little, something like that. You can play around however you want it, but we'll just take this, and then I'll go back to my perspective. We'll go to another blend curve from here to here, and I'm just going to accept that. And another blend curve from here to here, and I'll accept that. No, we'll actually manipulate this a little. I'm just going to go ahead, select my curve, get rid of this point, and I'll take this one down a little bit, something like that, and hit enter. And get rid of those points by hitting escape. Alright, now we need some cleanup work, so we'll go ahead, take this, this, and this, and we'll turn it to, we'll just delete them. Yeah, and then we'll take, so we have our curves that we drew, and then we'll take this one here and this one, and we'll join them together. And then I'm going to, well, first, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Take my curves and turn them to white. Okay, so we can do a curve network with this surface or these lines, and we'll take go to curve network, and we'll just hit curve network, and I got them all on loose, and we'll hit enter, and we'll accept that, and we'll take that surface and turn it to green, and we'll hide our white. We'll need them later. Okay, so we have our surface. Let's give it a little look-see. Alright, there we go. Alright, and from here what we're going to do is select that surface, go to transform, and do an auto base. Now we're going to drag the auto base out and over, and just hit enter, and we'll change that to gray. Alright, and now what we're going to do is select our curve here, go to our solids, and we're going to extrude that out both sides and hit enter. Alright, and from here what we're going to do is go to our curve menu all the way down at the end, from object, okay, and then we're going to hit intersection, okay, and it'll ask us to select objects to intersect. That'll be our cutter here and our surface here, and hit enter. And now we'll just get rid of our cutter, and this is the line we need. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, there's two things we need to do here, because we need this line later, so we need to keep it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go back to from objects and select curve, create UV curves. Okay, so select that. It'll say select our surface to create the UV curves, and then select what we want, this curve here, and we're going to hit enter. Okay, and right now I'm just going to drag this kind of out of the way and hit enter. Well, I don't have to, but this curve here I want to keep, so I'm going to select him and change him to white with all those others. Alright, now let's go to our top view and take a look. Let's turn on our wireframe. Okay, so we have these curves. Now we know that this is the inside of our ring, and this is what we want to work with. Okay, so this will be the top by the stone, and this will be the bottom edge. So let's select all that, and we're going to drag it over to the top of our smart surface, and we want to get it in there pretty close. It will not fit probably exactly. If it does, I'd be amazed, but that's pretty close. Let's drag it up just a little, something like that, where it's pretty even all the way around. Okay, and hit enter, and I'm going to turn off gray. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do here is to take, we don't want that, we'll get rid of that. I want to take this surface, and I want to split it with this curve, and hit enter, and then we'll take that curve and we'll just delete it. Okay, so this we want to take and join, and then we want to get a surface. So we'll go to our surface menu, and we'll just do a planar surface, and we'll take that and turn it to this color here. and we'll give it some color there. All right. So here we are. We got a lot of things hidden, but this is what we want to work on at first. So from here, we're going to go to our curves menu, and we're going to go to Jolly. All right. And it'll ask us to select our surface. That'll be this one. It'll automatically put it in there. And then we need to pick a pattern. We'll go ahead and choose this pattern here for this demonstration. And hit escape out, take a look at it. We want to bump it up. You can bump it up however, you can do this to whatever size. I'm just going to make it easy for this video here, and I'm just going to accept this here. Alright, and now I'm going to turn off my surface there, and I'm going to take this curve and turn it to red so I can see it better, and I'm going to go to my top view. Okay, so from here what I want to do is I want to take the red and split it with the yellow. Okay, and then hit enter. Okay, now here's the fun part. We need to go through and just deselect or delete everything that we don't want to keep. And what we don't want to keep is the things in between on this particular video here, are all these in between the diamond shapes. So we'll just go around and start deselecting. The smaller ones you have to be a little bit more careful with. They have a lot of overlapping, so you have to really check them very closely. This one should be fairly simple, I'm hoping. And we'll get rid of all these. That one will probably just be gone anyway, but let's keep it. And there we go. So hopefully we did a good job on that. We'll take all those and we'll join them together. Okay, and 21 closed curves, but let's check to make sure. We'll select all of it. We'll go to our extrude surface, and I'll go to my right view here, and it doesn't matter, we're not going to keep this surface. I just want to check to see if there's any naked edges anywhere. So we have our surface. So I'm going to take our surface, go to our analyze, go to our edge tools, show edges, and it says 549 edges total, no naked edges, no non-manifold edges. So we're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to take that surface and just delete it. And this little piece here, delete him too. Okay. Now from here, what we need to do is we need to extract that surface again. This time a little bit more detail. We're going to extract it planar, and we're going to go both directions no, and we're going to go to our right view, and we're going to just do a 0.75 on this, I guess, and we'll either way we'll drag it down. Okay, so we have that, and now what we're going to do is we're going to try and flow that on the surface. So we'll go to transform, we'll bring back our gray, okay, and we'll do a smart flow, this surface to this surface, and our objects will be this, and that probably won't mean anything, but we'll take it and we'll hit enter. Okay, and it slapped them up the other side, so let's do a U offset. Oh, here we go. Kind of play around with it till we can get everything right where we want it. There. Oh. There we go. Okay, that's kind of what we're looking for. We want it on the inside, not the outside. So there's everything we have. And we'll go ahead and accept that. Now we'll take this, turn it on this layer here, and go ahead and hide it. Alright. At this point, we'll go ahead and select this and hide it. And we'll bring back our white curves. Alright. So we have these. The next thing we want to do is take this curve, and we'll go ahead and split it with this curve here and hit enter. And we'll take this curve and we'll do a profile. We'll put a profile on there, tools rather, profile, and we'll first change him up to a 90 degrees, switch him 90 degrees. We'll change the profile. We'll just go ahead and take this one here, sake of this video, and we'll hit we'll select that one. Now we need to do some manipulation. First thing I'm going to do is make it kind of the size I want. I want the top to be kind of small, so I'll take it to a 0.7 and 0.1, and then I'm just going to drag him down to where just the top of him's kind of showing, and then I'm going to go down here and slap another one right here, and we'll need to switch the angle on that one 90 degrees as well, and we'll make this one a little bit heavier, not much, and we'll go to the top so we can kind of get a good view, and we'll drag him down so he's just kind of sticking out a little bit too. Alright, and we'll hit enter. Okay, so we have those two. We'll just go ahead and do that sweep. Yeah, we'll do it. So sweep one, this rail, that one, and this one, hit enter, and let's see, well, we'll just keep those for right now, hit enter. And next one we want to do is maybe this one here. Okay, and I'm thinking maybe I want to put stones on this middle area here, I'm not sure, but we'll go to our tools rather, profile placer, and it'll slap it up the top there, and we'll go switch that 90 degree, and we'll also go and change this profile to the same one, this one here, and select and hit enter. Okay, so this one I want a little bit wider, not a lot, if I'm going to put some stones on it, and 2mm, I can take that down to 1.5, and then again I'm going to go to the right view, and I'm going to drag him so he's just kind of showing right there, and then I'm going to go and select another profile down here at the very base, and of course we're going to have to switch him 90 degrees. And I want this one just a little bit wider, and height, no, it should be okay. So we're going to drag that back so he's just sticking out a little bit down there. Okay, maybe, yeah, we'll see how it comes out, and we'll go ahead and accept that. Now there's one more we need to do, and that's this one here. So we're going to take that and we're going to add a profile to it, and we'll need to move that one 90 degrees, enter. Oh, actually we don't. We'll take that and take it back -90 and hit enter. No, let's change it. 90. Whoop. Enter. Okay, so we have this one. Now this one we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the same profile and take him and select him. And this one we're going to manipulate a little bit. We're going to take him down to around a 1, a little over 1, 1.2 is fine. And we're going to drag him in pretty close there, alright? And then we're going to do the up here, this end point here, and we're going to move this one. We'll change it 90, but it looks like we're going to have to do more, yeah. And we'll go to our right view, and we want them pretty close to straight up as we can get. And this one we're going to, we don't want real high, so we'll take it down to about a 1, and we'll drag his profile in. Alright, so we got this. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit enter. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the profile sweep on the side here first. So we'll do a profile 1, this one, and this one, and hit enter. And I can probably manipulate that a little bit. Let's take a look at the top. Yeah, I think so. We want to keep the cap at the top, but we don't want the cap at the bottom. So mirror cap off and end cap no. Leave the top one on. And I'll accept that, but we're going to do a little manipulation here. Select this curve, go to edit, and I want to select this curve, and I'm going to drop him down just a little, and then I'm going to go down here to this one, and as you can see my rail kind of sticks out a little bit, or my jelly there, so I'm going to take it out so it just covers it up right there. And I think what I'll do is bring it in a little, and then I'll have to bring it back out a little, something like that, yeah, and hit enter. So we can put some stones there, and then this one we'll go ahead and sweep this one here with this profile and that profile. There's that little piece, so we can get rid of that. And hit enter, and that covers up everything there, so we're definitely going to have to work on that, and that's okay, it's sticking out, but everything else looks pretty good. Maybe drag it in a little bit as well. So we'll go ahead and accept that, but we'll come down here to this profile first and hit enter. And we'll edit this profile, this one down here, and we want to drop him down to about a 0.8, should be fine. Let's go up here. What do we got this height at? 0.1, we'll drag it down to a 0.8. Everything's kind of going in. Let's drag him over a little. We don't want him sticking out from that one there, so that looks good. And we'll come down here to the end, and we'll pick that one, and we'll drag him over to not so far where he's. It's okay that these are sticking out down here for right now, and we'll hit enter. Okay, so we have a good piece or chunk of our ring finished here. Next thing I'm going to do is take this, and I'm going to go to transform mirror in X direction and go to multi, so all those are up there, and hit enter. And then I'm going to click on this one and go to mirror, and it slapped it over there. That's good. And then I'm going to go to this one and do the same thing, except not Y, X, and hit enter. So we got those. Now all we have to do is get that one rail there. So I'm going to pick this one and slap X and multi. So it should be on all four sides, and hit enter. Okay. So there we have it for the most part. Kind of looks messy, but it won't here in a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do is going to bring back out my stone. And I'm going to my stone, and we're going to do a little editing on this. We're going to drag him up a little bit, somewhere around there. We'll go ahead and accept that. We can always move him, or we can change him any shape we want. And then I'm going to go to settings and get a bezel and select my stone, hit enter, and it looks a little high, but that's okay for right now. We'll drag this up a little bit and hit enter, and we'll take our stone, go back, edit it just slightly, and we'll drag it down, hit enter. Now I'm going to go back to my bezel and edit it again, and drag it up. That's good. And hit enter. Okay. Actually, let's drag that. Let's edit that bezel again. I'm going to offset the stone down a little. There we go. All right. And here we have all this. Let's take a look at it. See what it looks like real quick. Okay. So everything's coming along pretty good so far. Now the fun part. Okay, so let's go back and we'll click on here, and we have, let's go ahead and hide our white. And that's okay, because we're going to get rid of that later. And we have that on the, okay, so what I need to do is go back to this one, and I need to make a little edit. I don't mind having the cap up here, but I don't want it on the end, so mirror cap no and cap off. Okay, start cap off, start cap off. And that'll get rid of them, all of them, but it'll keep them at the top. And we'll just go ahead and hit enter. Okay, now there's that little piece that we'll get rid of. We'll just cut it off here in a little bit. Okay, so I have this. Now what I need to do is I'm going to take this surface and all these surfaces here and switch them to another layer and turn them off for right now. I just want to work with my rails. So I'm going to type in dupe edge. Oh, wait a minute. Dupe edge. And then I'm going to select all these here and then hit enter. And then I'm going to join them together because they were probably separate. So I have this curve, this curve, this curve. Okay. So I need to make a rail for the bottom, right? So at this point I'm going to go ahead and hide all this and just really kind of focus with this. I'll take those here and we'll just hide them for right now. Alright, so I have these rails here. So we're going to have to figure out a way to join all these rails together to make a rail at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just do some splitting. So I'll come over to my split. I'll right click on it at point, select here, and from that mid I'll cut there and from maybe right about here I'll split, so I'll take this and delete it. And we'll do the same thing on this side, and I'll right click, so here and right around here, and hit enter, and then delete this. And then this one I'll do the same thing, but I'll take it from maybe around here over to around here and hit enter, and then I'll get rid of this. Okay, so we'll see what this does. We'll go to our curves, and we'll go to blend curves. We'll take this curve here, blend it with this, and I'll just get rid of this point, and we'll take that, and we'll hit enter. Blend here, take those points, get rid of that. And we'll blend one more time from here to make it a solid. And we'll see what this one does. And I'll join all that together. Yeah, okay. And then what I'll do is I'll just mirror it to our other side, F4. And we have those. So now we should be able to do a well, I should have checked my surface seam. So let's do that. I should have done it before I sent it over. Check our seam, where is it at? It's kind of way over here. We want to put it in the center there. And we'll hit enter, and we'll just go ahead and check this one over here and drag it over into the center there. Okay. So they should be okay. So let's do our surface one from here to here. Hit enter. We'll drag that up a little. Bring back our rails here. Bring back our, not that, that here. Take a look. Okay, so it's not really protruding in, so I'm going to need to do something on those edges there a little bit different. So let's back out of that, and I'll hide my green and yellow again. So these edges right here are a little off. So what we'll do is we'll go back, and hide this and this, and back some more, back. Okay, so we got this. Alright, so let's see, we needed to come, okay, so I should have probably took it higher up here and maybe a little lower there. So let's take this, and we'll right click on curve, split at point, and we'll take it down to about there and hit enter, and we'll get rid of this piece here. Get rid of this piece, and we'll take this curve, right click, and I'll take it up about there, and we'll hit enter and delete that. And same thing over here. I'll right click around here, select this piece, delete, and with this one again, right click down to that third one, I believe it was, and hit enter, and we should be able to delete that. Okay, now we'll do our blend curves again real quick. Take a look, blend curves, where do they go? There they are. Now it's offset. We'll do it from here to here, here to here, here to here, and it looks like it's going to probably do the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one, and go ahead and delete that one, and hopefully that should be okay. And we'll join those together. Okay, and then I'll take it, mirror it to the other side, F4, hold down shift, and let's go ahead and do a sweep real quick. Sweep 1, should have checked those seam points again. I didn't. It came out okay. And we'll drag that up just a little, and we'll turn these back on. Okay, so it's still just a little bit outside my rail there. Okay, so let's back out of that again. We'll hide this, we'll hide this, oh, this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete that one and delete this one. And I'm going to bring back up my surface there. Well, actually, I'm going to back. Nice thing about undo. I want to get my curves back out there. Okay, there. Are they there? Back up until I get those curves, so I get back history. So I should have all history back. And now I can take this curve, go over here, and I'm just going to bump that out a little bit more. And I'm going to widen it just a little bit. There we go. Alright, now it should be a lot better. So we'll accept that. Alright, now I'll go ahead and hide this. And those curves are there. Alright, so I'll go ahead and hide this again, and we'll do a little bit more splitting. Let's get rid of that. Alright. Hopefully third time's charm. So we'll go to our split, right click, we'll click on this curve, and I'm going to take it all the way back to around here and to that mid right there, and hit enter, and then I'll delete that. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Right click, click my curve about right there, and my mid here, hit enter, get rid of that. And then from here I'm going to right click, and I'll do it from here and here, and enter, and get rid of that. Now let's do a blend curve here to here, here to here, here to here. Alright, this curve still comes in, so I'm going to take these 2 points and delete them, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So there we have a little bit more uniform curve. So I'm going to join them together, and we're going to check our seam point because I didn't do that last time. And where is it? There it is. And we'll take it and drag it to the mid. Alright, and hit enter. Okay, so here we are. And we'll take it and mirror it F4, holding down shift. I wonder if that's going to be on the same, since I mirrored it. Let's take that, check our seam point. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, hit enter. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a surface sweep. One, here, 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 enter. We'll drag this up just a little, and we'll turn on this, and we'll turn on our much better, but not quite. So we're going to do a little editing in there. Just, oh. Okay. So let's get rid of this, back, and we'll take this, and let's see, I'm going to take this seam point and this seam point and just drag them out a little, and I'm going to do the same thing with this seam point and this seam point and drag them out just a little, And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one and mirror this one over to the other side. F4. Hold down shift. Okay, now let's see if we can get it right. So here, drag that up just a little, bring out our, yeah, there we go. Okay, and I want to take that back some, put it at, and actually I'll just put it at 0 and hit enter. It looks good. We could have put a rail down there. It's 3 millimeters in width, I believe. Let's go to the front, take a look. Yeah, it's about 3 millimeters. It's a pretty heavy ring. We could have put a rail down here and swept it, thinned it out a little bit, or even put a Euro shank on it for that matter. But here we are, and now, like I said, we're going to get rid of those little things there. So I'm going to take this curve, our ring rail, and go to curves menu, and I'm going to do an offset, and I'll just take it up to there, and I'm going to take that rail we just put up there, and I'm going to go to solids, and I'm going to extrude. This time I'll go to both sides and hit enter, and then I'm going to take this surface and then select this one here and do a solid Boolean difference. That's my first surface. This is my second surface. Hit enter. Give it a second, and all those pieces are gone now, which is what I want. And I have this here. I could probably do the same thing. So I'll just go back up. Let's abort command. Okay. So I'll take this surface, our little green here, and our little green on this side as our surface 1, and then here hit enter, and there we go. Okay, so now that's cut out of there. Probably a little too high. Could have dropped it, just cut it at ring rail, but you get what I'm doing. And then it's just going through and joining everything together, and we'll hit it. No, did we not hide? Okay, show. We'll go back. Hide. Go back. There we go. Okay. So undid extrude. Let's do that. Let's do this. Cut to ring rail. This and this, and hit enter. There we go. Now that's cut to ring rail, so that looks much better, right? And we'll go ahead and do that extrusion now. Extrude planar. Woo, that's a big one. I'll take it there. We'll take this surface here, this surface over here, and we'll do a Boolean difference with this surface here and hit enter. Give it a second. And we'll hit enter, and we'll just delete that. And it went ahead and got rid of our little piece down there that was kind of hanging around. All right, but there you go. Pretty cool. And if you want to, at any time, you should have saved it a couple times, but you can take your gemstone and you can change it to an oval. Maybe. Yeah, there's an oval. You can put an oval in there. You can take it. You can put a pear shape in there. You can take it. You can add a emerald cut. So you have all different kinds of ways to be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just put it back to a cushion for now and hit enter. And it's just Boolean join, Boolean union, everything together. And we'll just take a look at it in render real quick. Just let's see, we'll take our green and our purple and we'll put them on a yellow. And we'll hit enter. We'll go ahead and add MatrixGold Classic. And we'll take our stone, put it in a diamond, and we'll check it out in our render view. And there you go. Nice little open-aired ring. Pretty cool. Take our green, our purple, change to white, and there you go. Okay, that does it. Sorry it took so long. Those curves right there will be your hardest thing to go through. You know, you can work on those a little bit more. But hope you liked the video. Hope you liked the video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and a comment below. And thanks for watching, and good designing.